Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a video on my Evo 8. I'll be showing you how to change the speedo dial because mine doesn't seem to be the factory dial. The rest of the dial covers are a certain texture and this one is different, it's sort of smooth, which makes me believe it's not really meant for this car. I've got the FQ330 model, if it focuses. So I've bought the Rally Art dial, which a genuine one, which it should be. So I'll be showing you how to fit that, and the other thing is the speedometer, sorry, the odometer cluster bulb. When you turn the ignition on, it comes on, the odometer readings there, but at night when the lights are on, all the rest of the dash is lit up. Apart from that, you can't see your odometer. So I'll be also showing you how to replace that bulb. So first step will be to take the cluster out, and I'll show you step by step how you need to do that. So hopefully you guys can see this from the angle I've got you at, but step one to take the cluster out is you need to take this cover off. Now there's two Phillips head screws in the top of there. I don't use a Phillips head, I use like a straight screwdriver because it just grips the screws better. So as you can see, just get one in, start turning. There's one, and same with the other one. This one will fall out like that. Before you do that, actually, drop your steering column to make your life a whole lot easier. And now, once you've got those two screws out, just pull on this and the two clips will come off, and then just remove it from the vehicle. So after you've took that cover off, you'll have another three Phillips head screws. There's one here at the bottom, one top left corner, one top right corner. So just do the same thing and remove all three of them. Now, to make life, I don't know if you can do this with or without doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway because this is how I do it. This trim piece on the right, pull it out, it's just held on by clips, and you don't have to actually take it apart, but I'm going to for the sake of it. There's two electrical connectors on the back, just pull them off. Now that will give you enough room just to clear the edge of that, and the clocks will come out. So hopefully this is a better angle. So you'll want to lift it sort of up and turn the right hand side towards you. With that trim missing, it gives you just enough room to slide it out like that. And there's going to be two plugs on the back, one near the right hand side and one at the back on the left hand side. And you can slide cluster out like that. These are the two plugs. There's just a tab in the middle of both. That's all keeping them in. So now you've got the cluster out, I'm going to take it onto my bench and we'll strip it down. So I've got the cluster out on the bench, and obviously I'm going to be doing two different things here. So I'm going to start with the odometer bulb, which only requires you taking the back off. Probably not even taking the back off, but this is the odometer bulb. I'm going to take this off, make it easier. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 Phillips head screws. You just want to whiz those out. Again, I'm going to be using a straight edge screwdriver. It just grips them a bit better, I feel. Less likely you're stripping them if you get the wrong Phillips head bit, because there's so many different ones. 2, 3, 4. And then this will just lift and pull out from underneath. Take that away. And this is the bulb I'm going to be replacing. All the other bulbs are fine, so I've only bought one. It's a genuine bulb from, as it focuses, Mitsubishi. Don't know why it's blue, but it is. It obviously doesn't illuminate blue. I'm not sure what the science behind this is, but hey, well, it works. So as far as I'm aware, it's just going to be like most bulbs, anti-clockwise, twist it anti-clockwise. Yep, and then pull up. There's the old one. Looks fine to me, but it's not working, so I'm going to swap it for my new one. And once again, chuck it in, and then you want to twist it clockwise. So it's tight. It's about a quarter of a turn, maybe even less, and that's in. So if you're changing your bulbs, obviously you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blue bulbs, and the rest are these black ones. You twist anti-clockwise, pull them out, put the new ones in. So that bit's done, nice and easy. Time to put the cover back on. If you put it in through the bottom first, and then line it up with these little tabs on the top, so it's nice and flush, and then you can send the screws back home. So that's that done, nice and easy. Now for the second part, take the cover off, and then I'll show you how to swap your dial if you're doing that. So if you're taking the front cover off, there's you've sort of got this clear plastic bit which connects to a black bit, which then connects to the actual cluster. You can take just the black ones out with the clear ones, and it comes out as one sort of unit. So I start with the black tabs first, push them down. Oh sorry, start with the clear ones first, and then do the corresponding black one that's next to it. Hopefully this is a good angle. And then on the sides it's a sort of flick up tab. Yeah. You'll just feel the black part coming with the clear part together. There's no point taking them both off separate, you don't need to. And then there's 2 on the bottom. Push it down, yep. And it pretty easily just falls apart like that. Set it to one side. And then you can put your cluster back as is. Removing the dial, you've got the needle itself, which has got feedback, as you can see. It sort of comes back on itself. You need to take that needle off first to get this cover off. So I like to sort of anti-clockwise it, get something really thin underneath, and you need to be very gentle, because if you're too heavy-handed, you'll break the needle and there'll be no feedback coming down. So ever so slightly, just want to pry it up. Try first by just pulling with your fingers carefully. Try and get a good angle for you. You just want to send it up where the resistance isn't, and slowly pull up, and the needle will come off. You kind of have to get a feel for it, just do not be too heavy-handed or you'll break it. And then simply pop the cover off. As you can see, this is sort of bent and does not look right. I don't know if it's the heat or something, but it's really annoying me looking at it every day. And I'm not sure if it's the genuine one. It does say Evo 8 at the top, which mine is an Evo 8 FQ. But I don't like, as you can see, it's a different texture to the others. These are like sort of I don't know, scratchy, and this is smooth, gritty, sorry, and smooth. So I kind of want it all to match. So this is the Rally Art one I've bought, which is the exact same sort of orange colour, and it's got the scratchy material, gritty material. I'm just going to put gloves on quickly for this so that I don't mark anything. Here's a new dial. Looks a lot better, I think. So I did miss a step. On the original there's a little plastic, I don't know, spike peg that sits where the zero would sit. You need to swap that over to your existing one. Yeah, pop it through the front of it and you'll hear a click. Now everything's swapped over, you can place it where the existing one went. Two little guides here and here, and it needs to clip in where the needle will go. There's sort of two little grooves. If you push on, it should lip it over. Yep. So peg there, and then you need to lip it under these two plastic tabs. And finally, get your needle back on. So it's a bit easier. You sort of just gently push on, but do not go clockwise past the 180 mark, or you'll mess up all the not geometry, but you know what I mean. It'll mess the needle up where it needs to sit. So I put it on at 12 o'clock. Slowly push down. And as you push, go anti-clockwise. And I would look at the other needles and see how far down they sit. So if I was to look down there, they're not quite flush with the dial cover, so you want to make that the same, not quite flush, and then set it to the 0 mark and let it rest on there. Now when you go back up here, it will have resistance and it will sit itself on the peg where 0 is. It's pretty much 0. These Evo 8 clusters are pretty strange. They're very tight together and then they go sort of wider at the top. So if you feel this one and feel your Speedo, should feel the same, which it does. So now that's done, cover back on, and if there's any dust or anything like that, blow it off. Now this is the easy bit. You're just gonna get your trip button through both the holes first, like that, and the rest is just a click. One there, that one's on, click, 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 all good. Wow, that looks a lot better, I think. So now it's time to get it all back in the car and you're done. So now it's time to put the cluster back in, just the exact reverse operation. It needs to go in as it came out. So yeah, that is how you change, if you're changing the speedo dial or any of the dials on a Evo 8 cluster, and the, what do I call it, the odometer bulb or any of the other bulbs. Make sure she still starts up, wouldn't be good otherwise. So I might add a little clip in of me driving it at night with the lights on. So I think that looks much better, the Rally Art Speedo. I do really like it. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you've got an Evo 809 and you want to do one of these little swap arounds, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.